What's up, Granddaddy Nation? It's your girl Kdreamzhersrlf. I'm back with another lit video. You already know what it is. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that in one. And if you don't know, like a few months ago, I asked y'all what videos y'all want to see. Y'all said the tips to get your first apartment. So here's the freaking video. So I really hope y'all like it. And please subscribe like right now because I've been giving y'all what y'all wanted. So y'all gotta support the kid.
Let's get to come outside.
If you ready to move out your mama's house, your grandma's house, your auntie, your uncle, your daddy, whoever house, this is a perfect video for you. But side note though, if you can't afford it, please stay with mama, daddy, whoever until you can, because you don't want to be in debt. Like, it's hard. When you move out here, it's hard to freaking honestly like make it. Because if you don't have the means to make it, please don't move out. Please. Because it gets hard. It definitely gets hard. I definitely would say that it was easier to stay at home with my grandma. Okay, so the question everybody been waiting for, how to get approved for an apartment. Okay, so me, I paid 2 times rent because I don't have credit. So if you have good credit, they have, I don't know how they work, but you can have credit 2 times the rent. If you come with like 2 times the rent, you can get an apartment. Well, that's for my apartment, or a cosigner. And but me, wasn't nobody about to cosign on my apartment, so I just brought 2 months rent. So it all just depends on the apartment's budget. If you cannot budget, you don't need an apartment like at all, because I swear, like when I first, like before I even said I'm about to move out, I saved $600 to $700 every paycheck. Not one paycheck that I not save $600 or $700, and that's with my son, my insurance, everything. I still saved $600, $700. My son still got what he wanted when it came to clothes, shoes, whatever. He still got what he wanted, but I still saved $600 or $700. So you gotta budget. There's no ins and outs to it. You gotta budget. That's the only way you're gonna win. You need to cook your own food. Stop going to Burger King, Chick-fil-A, all them places, because sis, if you want to move in your own apartment, you gotta make sacrifices. And I'll say why, because if you think about it, if you go to Burger King, Chick-fil-A, all them places, every single day, that money gonna add up. And that's money that you could have saved towards your house. So think, if you don't know how to cook, YouTube teach you how to cook. So go watch cooking videos or something. But we can't be losing money. Like that's out of there. So learn how to cook. Stop eating Chick-fil-A for like until you reach your apartment. Don't eat no Chick-fil-A, because I know Chick-fil-A is a place. Sonic and Chick-fil-A, and we stop them my places, and that's where I lose all my money at. So save. I wasn't supposed to move out until like next year. Like how I budgeted my money, I wasn't going to move out to next year. But then got a little boot thing or whatever, and the thing has changed. But my plan wasn't to move out till my son turned 2. He almost 2, but still, it was supposed to save $10,000. I saved probably 6. I'm not gonna tell y'all how much, but it was about 6,000, and that's for the apartment itself. That's not for like the rent. I saved a different portion for that. But if you're not ready, I say this again: do not rush to move out. Do not. Because once you out here, ain't no mama, daddy, grandma, sister, brother that's gonna help you. You out here by yourself. One thing, I can't live with a roommate. I just can't, because, and plus I can't live like with a guy roommate, more so, because if I had to share a bathroom and the dude, like growing up with brothers, they didn't flush the toilet at all. So, and that's a big no-no for me. I don't like the seat being up. You can ask my boyfriend, I complain, and he don't do it. So I can't see your pee. I can't. Having the seat up is a bad thing for me. So, you know, living in your means. What does really living in your means really look like? Living in your means basically is not getting rent that is, you might be able to pay for it right now, but think about, like, if you lose your job, you can't pay for it. So living in your means means that you can, if you get, like, for instance, one time I made, like, I'm gonna tell you, I made like $1,000+. I'm not gonna tell the exact, but $1,000+. Next week after, I only made like 800. So basically, and I go a 9 to 5 just like anybody, but basically you can't live more than, like, my rent is 7. I'm not gonna say, but I'm gonna just say 7. So basically, when I buy an apartment, I think about how much do I get paid in one paycheck. Cause what if, like, one day I get sick or something, I can still pay my bills more so. Like, if you don't know, if you looked in the other video, my tire caught a flat, and then I had to get my car fixed. So if I hadn't lived in my means, I wouldn't be able to fix that more so. So live in your means. Another thing, do not try and impress people with some luxury apartment, because if you can't pay them bills, I don't care if your apartment looks amazing. If you can't pay your bills, baby, you need to just live in your means, honey. Because being able to live nice but not be able to go out, and that's not cute. So live in your means. You need a job. You need a job. If you don't have a job, how you gonna pay your rent? And I'm not saying you need to have at least 6 months rent, because what if an emergency came and you can't even pay your rent? Do not move unless you got 6 months rent. And I say that because for me, I'm trying to start a family, and if I'm on bed rest, come on now, I ain't gonna have no money. So don't move if you're not ready. Do not live paycheck to paycheck. If you know me, I love my shoes. So I gotta have rent that I can have my shoes, clothes, all that. My son can be fly. We can be taking photos, shoot pictures, you know. It's Vlogtober, so that means we got Halloween this month. We got the pumpkin patch this. We got the fair. Like, my baby gotta be at everything. So I can't be living no paycheck to paycheck, because my baby gotta be everywhere. He gotta be out here. So live in your means. This is about the apartments themselves. Do they always answer the phone when you call? And this is important, because if they don't always answer the phone, like when you first, like, before you even move in, then you know that when something's wrong in your apartment, they're not gonna answer. So really look at that when you're trying to get an apartment. Look at reviews. And I say this because the apartment can look gorgeous, but you don't know that review that you saw last week, that it really was roaches in there, and then you got roaches. So please look at tons of apartments. You do not want the apartment that they don't even come help you, nothing. Because I will say, my apartment is bougie. You can put in a request on Monday, and then I swear the next morning they're gonna be there to fix whatever you said. So look at reviews and really study them apartments. Please, this one I love the most, because don't believe the tour in person. Literally, like, the lady that did my tour, she was like, ooh, they got like white lights, and since you do YouTube, it's gonna work out. Ooh, she had me sold, because my lights are yellow. They yellow. And not no pretty yellow either, they yellow. So don't believe tour in person either, because they all about the green, and that's all that matters to them. What are some must-haves? Like, what are the standards? Like, me personally, I wanted granite cabinets. That was it. That was all. And for my next apartment, like, I gotta have a big closet, because I love buying stuff. Like, fireplace. When I do get my next apartment, that's a must. Fireplace. Are you the type of person that you don't want your car to get snowed on, rained on? Me. Do you got a garage? All that type of stuff. Like, just like when I was saying the lights, that's a must-have for me. I gotta have white lights. That's a must-have. That's a no-go. You can't bypass it at all. But my kitchen, most of all, that's my homey place. So you gotta figure out what's your must-have. What can you not live without? Because can you not live without a pool? I can, because I don't go swimming that much anyways. Can you live without a fitness center? No, I can't, because I'm about to get back into my work. So if you have a car, they gotta have parking. Like whether it's parking outside or whatever, or in the garage, they gotta have parking because you got a car. If you have pets, they have to have a pet policy. Me, I don't like pets, so it doesn't matter to me. It doesn't faze me, nothing. But if you have pets, you gotta make sure that your pet can come live with you. Don't move in an apartment if your pet can't come too, because that's your family. Like, I'm not gonna live in a house and my son can't come with me. Like, that's the thing. What are your must-have? Like, non-negotiable. Like, you're not gonna move in at all if they don't have this. Basically, do they have like a laundry room? Like, my house has in-house like wash and dryer. If yours don't, do they have somewhere close by that you can just go take your clothes? Like, you gotta think about this and you gotta ask these questions, because they not gonna ask you. So basically, you just gotta take notes, honestly. Like, just take notes and be like, well, they don't have this, or they have this, but I kind of wanted this. But learn your surroundings, for real. Learn them. Know your neighborhood, because you don't want to live scared. You don't want to think that Harpo down the street about to kill you. Know who your neighbors are. What is your apartment by? Like, do you have like the grocery store close? Like, if you don't have a car, how you gonna get there? So you need to know if the grocery store close by. I have a car, but the grocery store is down the street. It's in walking distance. So you just gotta know these things. Like, what is your house by? Like, if your car was stuck somewhere, can you get food? Schedule tours. Schedule plenty of tours. See as many apartments as you can see before you make a choice to pay a deposit or pay 2 months rent. Deposit is like 2 months rent, but whatever. See the apartment first. Schedule tours. Schedule until you find one. Think about your bills. Like, before you say, ooh, I can pay, it say $800. But it didn't say like my lights, water, gas included though. So think about, like, if you think about lights, water, and gas, me personally, my lights, water, gas included, Wi-Fi included, everything included. So I don't have to worry about that. But if I did, you gotta think, okay, I can pay $800, but I can't pay $1,000. So you might as well get, like, if you gonna do that, if you gonna get $800 apartment, at least get an apartment where everything included. Because if you don't, you might as well have paid for that $1,000 apartment that got everything included. Just think, if you don't need it, don't buy it. Save. That's it. Like, why you buying that new Gucci purse and you ain't even got nowhere to lay your head? Save. You'll have somewhere to lay your head, and then you can get that Gucci purse. You know what I mean? I'm in my slides right now, but baby, I got my Jordans in the closet. And you know why? Because I know how to budget. So, budget your money, save. Do not rush to move if you can stay home. And I say that because these bills be piling up. And if you can't move peacefully, do not move at all. That's as blunt as I can get. Don't move. I learned this the hard way. Well, not because of my apartment, because my apartment's easy, but I'm learning, like, YouTube. When I was the person that was looking to find an apartment, ride at night to your apartment, because it's different at night than it is in the day. So if you got, like, if your apartment people, if they ghetto, you would know, because you rode at nighttime. How a place look during the day is very different than it look at nighttime. So if you don't like ghetto, I'm sorry if you do, but if you don't like all that extra stuff, maybe that's not an apartment for you. So you need to really put some thought into this place at nighttime, during the day, every day. Okay, so you need to know your neighbors. My apartment, I live by the biggest college in Arkansas, but I swear my neighbors are quiet. Like, they don't party all night, they don't do any extra. They really nice people to be living next. Most of them college kids, so to be living next to a college and everything, for everything to be quiet, I won jackpot. Understand, a big one, do you feel safe in your neighborhood? Like, do you feel safe at your apartments? Do you know that ain't nobody gonna come into your apartments? Like my house, baby, it's a certain way to get in this house. You gotta be a real crook to get in here. So I feel safe that I can honestly be at home and nothing gonna happen. Like, when Bay is at work, I'm okay. Okay, furnishing your apartment, honestly, try to go lower on the furniture, because in the end, things are gonna cost a lot. So don't try and furnish your apartment like too fast. Don't buy your furniture all at once. Like me personally, my bathroom was the first thing I furnished, and why I did that is because my whole life I've been thinking like, what my bathroom gonna look like? My bathroom is brown. If y'all haven't seen the decorate my bathroom video, y'all need to watch it. But well, it don't come out for a few days, so but when it do come out, y'all need to watch it. But the decorate my bathroom video, that is my very first video. Not my very first video, but my very first one, like part of my room that I actually did. Like one day I might do a decorate my closet, decorate my room. But you need to figure out what room you want to focus on more. But okay, so this is for my people that they want to live nice. They don't have the money, but if they had a roommate, they would. So basically, number one, you should get a roommate. And I say this because we want to live nice, but we don't want to pay $1,000. So we want to pay like $500. We got $500. So find you somebody you trust, but not somebody that's really close with you, because you can't do that. You can't. Find somebody you trust and move in with them. Y'all get a nice little bougie house, but in y'all budget. Honey, get a reliable roommate. And I say this because when the first come and you the only one with your money, and sis said I got you at the end, you gonna get put out because you only got your part of the money and sis ain't got hers. So get somebody reliable that can pay their bills, because you don't want nobody you can't rely on. So if you get a roommate, please think wisely. Think with this head that God gave you. The question that probably everybody want to know, because I'm 18, why did I move out? I moved out because my granny wouldn't just let my boyfriend come over. And I understand because it's their house, but whatever. They wouldn't let him come over and we just couldn't be apart. So we moved in together. And some people be like, y'all young. Okay, whatever. When I'm married for about 20 plus years, then y'all tell me again why I moved in so early. Trust the process. Take notes. Before you move in, take notes. What utilities are included? Like, what are you gonna have to pay out of your pocket? The utilities are included. Ask how much do the typical utilities run in this area. Okay, take pictures of the apartments, like show how it was before you even moved in. Bring somebody with you, because me, I was so excited I forgot a lot of things when I first moved in. So it's better to bring somebody with you, because they can think of things that you can. Make sure your rent is the same every month, because so I was told that I would pay I'm not gonna tell you the rest, but they didn't say that I would be paying $25 for parking or an $8 utility. I don't even remember what it was, but it was so crazy. $8 and something. They added it on the 14th. I've been living here since August, and they want to add something on the 14th, whatever. Then renter's liability, whatever it's called, $10 for that, $5 for I forgot what the other thing is. Know what you're paying, please, because who would have known I would be paying almost $8. You need to have 6 months worth of rent, and I say this because you don't know what's gonna happen. You can lose your job, you can have a new baby, whatever. You need to have that money saved up. I call it my emergency funds, and I don't touch that money for nothing unless it's in an absolute emergency. Not because my car broke down. Absolute emergency. Like I just had my baby, I can't work or something like that. Like an emergency. Transportation. How are you going to get to work? Bus, car, walking, bicycling. How you gonna get there? You don't have a car, sis. Your apartment needs to be right next to your job, or right next to something close by for you, like grocery store, whatever. Job/income. Does your income come often? Like not something you get like every blue moon, but do you get like a steady flow of income? How much is your income an hour? Do you get paid bi-weekly, weekly, or what bills do you already have like before you even get your apartment? Like I had my insurance, I had my son, I had my phone bill. What else did I have? I don't even remember. But tally all of it up, and it kind of helps you with how much you can actually afford. Your rent, your check should be, you should like 50%. Like if I got like 1,000, 50%, which is 500, that should go towards my rent or whatever. 30% to my savings and 20% to like going out to buy something for me, food, whatever, some stuff like that. I kind of went up on how much for my rent because you gotta pay some to get some. Think about your decision before you make it. Honestly, read reviews, bad ones, good ones, all of them, because if a certain amount of people say the same thing, 9 times out of 10, that's really what it is. Don't say no or yes too fast, because you might be signing your life away to something that is not good for you. If the maximum price you'll pay for an apartment is $800, go down like $100, $200, because you gotta think rent. Yeah, that might be good, but you gotta think, oh, I got lights, water, gas. So instead of going over, because then you're gonna be up to like 1,000, so you might as well got that $1,000 apartment if you don't think like that. Hidden fees. Like I said in the beginning, I got told one price, but I paid. How often does your rent change? Like, ask, is this price gonna be a set price? Like, is it not gonna change at all? Fees do I have to pay? Like, I pay parking, but do I gotta pay for trash, removal? If I use too much heat, do I gotta pay for that? Like, know that, like my apartment, what I just found out is that if you use the heat, good thing I don't, but if you did, you gotta pay extra for that. The lease. Read the lease ins and outs. Have someone like your mama, your grandma, somebody that's been doing this a long time, look over the lease. Don't sign no papers until you done seen the place. You know this is where you wanna live. You done read everything. Understand your lease. With my apartment, what we didn't know, that we know now, is that the price of our room is, if you want 2-bedroom, because you know Paige room. So if you want 2-bedroom, you gotta 7 times 2, not 7. It ain't 7. It's times 2. So if you want a 2-bedroom, it's 14. My apartment was furnished and new, so you gotta do what you gotta do. My favorite one is trust in the Lord. Trust God's process. When I moved in my house, well, when I was like signing the lease or whatever, I hadn't ever, like, I was doing cricket at McDonald's then, but I hadn't ever got a $900 check from McDonald's since I was like 16. Cause 16, I used to do doubles back to back to back. But when I had pay, I had to slow down. So I was like praying to God not too long ago, and I was like, God, make sure I'm able to pay my rent. God, he answered them prayers, because I got like a $900 check because I had to pay for my 2 months rent. So that $900 took me far, because I had first month's rent, but I didn't have second. But God knew that I needed help, so I got a $900 check. So for you, that might not mean nothing, because you probably got money, you probably got grandma, auntie, whatever. But me, I didn't have it, so I had to pay it all myself. But trust the Lord's process at all times. I don't care if nobody tell me God ain't real, baby. God is real in my life. Sorry to break it to you, but God is real over here. He always come through for me, and I know it's God. Can't nobody tell me it's not God, because I've been in places that ain't no universe gonna help me with. That was nothing but God, God's grace. Honest. The best advice I can give to you, new like movers, new people that's moving out, is that don't rush to move out. Don't move because Bay or Boo, you try to live with them. Don't do that, because Bay or Boo is not gonna help you if you stranded. So if you can't move by yourself and do good by yourself, don't move. Don't move, because Bay or Boo can always leave you. So if you can't pay the rent by yourself, don't move. And you need to ask, are there any move-in specials? That is a must. Are there any move-in specials? Here is some Q&A questions on Instagram. It says, would you rather live alone or stay with family or friends or roommates? Me personally, I would rather live alone. And you know why? Because family is always strong. Friends, you just can't mix it. And me living alone, I want to be able to, I'm sorry, I gotta say, I want to be able to walk naked around my house. So I'd rather live alone. Does it get scary when your boyfriend is gone and you're alone? Yes. And I don't know why. because there's no one in here. But I'm scared of being alone. So Bae has to sleep with me every night because I'm scared of being in my house alone. Like, for real. Even my son, like my son, I know he'd be like, Mama, you supposed to protect me, but I'm protecting you. And you also need to ask, like, what's the price if I break my lease? Because honestly, that was like the first question, because there was a point in time where we wanted to break our lease. You need to ask that. Because my lease, if you break it, it's like $8,000. Or you can get someone else to move it in, but it's hard to get somebody else to take over your lease. So just ask beforehand if you break your lease. Even if you don't plan to break your lease, ask anyway. Ask, can you get your money back? If you can't, you need to really like check it out, because I made the mistake. Good thing that I didn't want to leave, but I couldn't get my money back. So, but if y'all like this video, like, comment, subscribe. I already said in the beginning, but thank y'all for watching this video, because y'all just don't know how much time I be putting in these videos, and it be making me happy when I see like all them views on my story when I'm talking about YouTube. So keep pushing, like keep sharing my page, and I'm really about to come up this year. I ain't gonna even lie, I'm really trying to get to 100 before December. So keep sharing, and thank y'all. And if you want a shout out, comment orange hearts in the comments. Like, y'all know orange is my favorite color, so comment orange hearts in the comments and I got y'all. So thank y'all for watching. Stay tuned, because y'all know it is Vlogtober this month, so all the videos I'm gonna try to post 31 days straight. So thank y'all. Bye guys.